That's gonna be impossible with a 500 credit score and $2,000 down, man.
Trash credit, put a little bit down. Yeah. But it's mine.
Before you come for me, this comes from a completely separate bank account.
More debt, more bad decisions, and more regret. Welcome to the channel. I'm Mike, and here we talk about money, cars, avoiding debt, and keeping more of your paycheck. If that sounds good, hit that like and subscribe button and drop a comment.
Who has a 500 credit score, has $2,000 down. I offered him a cash car. He wants a BMW Mercedes. Let's see if we can get a deal.
Hello?
Hey, Trevor, how are you? This is Yusuf with Legacy Motor Cars.
Hey, Yusuf. What's up?
I was just calling because you sent me a message saying that you're trying to get into a BMW Mercedes.
Yes.
That's gonna be impossible with a 500 credit score and $2,000 down, man. Why don't you just get into a cheap cash car, man? I offered you the Scion TC. I got a Toyota Camry. Those options.
I don't know. I really want to get into the BMW or Mercedes.
If your credit score is in the 500s, the last thing you should be considering is financing anything. It's likely there because of missed payments and high credit utilization. Tackle the debt before anything else.
You got any advice for me?
Advice I can tell you is you got to get your credit up, clean car, and I can sell that to you for $2,700.
Okay, well, I drive a 2016 Dodge Challenger, and it has 183,000 miles.
Okay.
And I still owe 21,000, and I think my interest rate is like 17 to 18%. Like, how would that affect,
that would affect your deal a lot because now that I didn't know you had a trade-in. So if you have you said a 2016 Dodge Challenger?
Yep. And I pay around $800 a month.
How would that affect it? People are getting into serious debt without having a clue what they're signing up for. It's exciting getting a new vehicle, but it shouldn't stop you from doing the math. He owes 4 times what the car is worth, and that debt is not going away. This is exactly why cash is always best.
How much do you make a month?
I make about $2,300.
Spending a third of your income on your car payment, man?
Yeah, I know.
Trevor.
I really didn't have a choice. I was in a tough position to get to and from work. I was basically rushed into a deal.
I got you. Well, look, a good day I gave you $5,000 for your car. If you owe $20,000, you are $15,000 upside down, which means that you're going to have to put that down on top of putting down money to get into a BMW. Get into our Scion TC, cash, or get into our Toyota Camry.
All right, I guess I may have to, go ahead.
Where are you located?
Atlanta.
I'm not that far from you. We're in Marietta.
There is no way I could be rushed into buying a vehicle at an 18% interest rate. You always have a choice. Going into debt for work to make money doesn't make any sense. If I couldn't find a cash car, I'd be looking into public transit until I saved up enough.
We have one location in Marietta, one location in Austell. Look, you want to get into a BMW, even if you were to get into that, you're going to be paying maybe $1,200 a month or $2,000 or $2,500 a month. You're going to put yourself in a bad situation, Trevor. So I definitely would rethink what you got going on.
Yeah, I hear you. I appreciate that advice, seriously. I think I might have to go with the Toyota Camry. I completely trust you. I've seen your content. I know you're reliable, so.
Sounds good, Trevor. Well, listen, I'll send you the pictures of the Camry. Let's make a deal happen.
I'm with it.
All right, Trevor. Talk to you soon.
All right, talk to you.
All right, bye.
I'm assuming the Challenger is not roadworthy and doesn't make sense to repair. If it was, I'd stick with that as long as possible. Owing $20,000 on it, $800 a month, he has another 2 years of payments. That is a lot to be paying on a $2,300 a month income.
Look, this is not a scam. I had trash credit.
What was your credit?
I came in here thinking it was a 500. After running my shit back, they told me it's on a 300. Okay?
Damn.
Don't judge me. Listen, okay, this is not a joke. This is not a prank, okay? Sway is the way. Look at my car. Big body. Big body. Trash credit. Put a little bit down. But it's mine.
She got the big body.
I came in here, credit under 400, put 1,000 down payment. This is not a joke. I drove 2 hours away from where I stayed. Came here.
Came in.
No, my big body. Sway is the way.
There is quite a bit of excitement when buying a new car, even a used one. But I would guess even more excitement when it should have been impossible to get approved in the first place. With a score in the 300s, it's almost certain that car is getting repoed. But if it didn't, That excitement was gone by the time the first payment hit.
I did my May expenses because I got paid today, and I realized that I have officially hit $30,000 in credit card debt, and that is insane and unacceptable. And so I did a deep dive to find out how I actually got worse and worse into debt when this is something I've been focusing on for 6 months. Before you come for me, this comes from a completely separate bank account.
I think we found the problem. It doesn't matter what bank account it came out of. Not sure what she's drinking there, but she's in $30,000 of credit card debt. She can't afford it.
I had no idea. Like, I would tell myself, okay, I'm not going to spend, and then very easily fall back into a poor spending habit. Whatever I want, I buy it. I also make money on TikTok Shop, and so I was rationalizing in my head every time I wanted something on TikTok Shop that I could sell it on here. I make about $1,000 a month on TikTok Shop, and I'm spending about $1,000 a month on TikTok Shop, which is insane. I also buy from boutiques, and I drop $100 here and there and here and there without thought. June is going to be a no spend month for me, and I'm really excited to see how hard it is, but I really want to do this.
It's great she's trying, but a no spend month is not going to do much. She should not be spending until all the debt is cleared up. 2-3 years, whatever it takes. If she's making $1,000 a month on TikTok, she can easily clear up that debt if she can get her spending under control.
Why would I buy a car or go to Disney when I have debt? Because life still has to live. My old car was just getting unsafe. I've had it since I was 17. I love the car. I'm sad about not being able to drive it, but it was just becoming unsafe. I have small children, all in car seats.
If my car is unsafe, I'm going to take it to a mechanic. I don't go car shopping. And I keep seeing the excuse of kids popping up. You're not buying a car for your kids, you're buying it for yourself.
You know, the car breaking down every couple of months, or breaking down when I'm on the freeway or when I'm on my way to work. And then having to spend money to fix it, spend money on Ubers or Lyfts to get to and from work, to and from picking up the kids. It was just becoming a hassle. So I needed a new car. I did get a used car, so I saved money on that. But at the end of the day, I needed a new car. I needed a reliable car. I needed something that I could feel good about putting my kids in, feel good about going to work in, and then coming home safely. Would I have liked a lower payment? Yes. Was I expecting a lower payment? Yes. Did I have buyer's remorse immediately? Yes.
There is a point where a vehicle isn't worth fixing, but I really doubt that's the case. People love saying they save money by buying used instead of new. You didn't save anything. You just went into less debt. There's a difference between saving and borrowing less. You still owe the money, you just owe a smaller amount.
But here we are. Why do you buy tickets to go to Disneyland? Because again, life has to live. It's my daughter's birthday. I want her to enjoy herself. I want to enjoy the day as a family. And it's depressing when you just go to work, go home, go to work, go home, and you don't get to enjoy a day. You don't get to spend time with your family and have fun, do something different, do something that you don't normally do. And it's a birthday. It's worth celebrating. Could we have found something cheaper? Yes. But this is not something we do often. If we save Disneyland for special occasions like birthday, I think that's okay. Again, life has to live.
Life has to live. Spending time with your family can cost nothing. She didn't exactly say it, but people have to justify spending by saying things like you can't put a price on spending time with your family. But you can, because it'll be on your credit card statement later because you couldn't afford to pay for it.
Okay, so I think I'm finally ready to tell you guys how I got myself into $77, I'm rounding up, $1,000 worth of debt at the ripe age of 26 years old. So when I was 18 years old, I had the bright idea of going to an out-of-state college. Mind you, my upbringing was very toxic. I grew up in an Asian household where financial literacy was not taught. And, I grew up very poor. That being said, my parents did provide what they could, but at the end of the day, it was a very toxic household. And all I knew is I wanted to get as far away as possible I could from this house, and I wanted to get a college degree so I can make big money.
I can understand wanting to leave a toxic environment, but you can live affordably while going to college. When I went, I found the cheapest place I could. I rented a room and got rid of my car to save money.
So I wanted to become a social worker, essentially, at the end of the day. And that didn't pan out for me. When I went to college, I am a first-generation college student. I didn't understand going out of state. I didn't understand student loan interest. I didn't understand how to apply for scholarships. I didn't understand financing. I did not understand any of that. And so I take full accountability of not doing it myself and, doing more research at the end of the day. But when I had graduated, I realized that there was no way that I could go into even more debt getting my master's. So I have a bachelor's degree.
There are quite a few people that borrow to go to school and it doesn't work out or they don't use it. If you are borrowing tens of thousands of dollars in student loans, make sure it's exactly what you want to do. That debt sticks around for a long time. Mine took about 10 years to pay off.
And I ended up at the age of 22 not continuing school to get my master's because of how much debt I was in. So about $26,000 worth of that debt is from federal, and then $46,000 is from private student loans. And my mom's credit was so bad at the time that I wasn't able to even apply for a Parents Plus loan. So I had to pull out private loans and essentially do that. Now, I do have $5,000 in credit card debt. That comes from a different situation where I was in an 8-year relationship with a boy who always told me he was going to take care of me. I thought that was going to be my ticket out, essentially at the end of the day, to pay down these loans, but it was excuse after excuse and not getting his career together.
He was the ticket out of student loans. What a horrible way of thinking. That young man dodged a bullet there. It's so easy to get into debt, and as we just saw, there's a million excuses why, but they don't matter. In the end, the money still has to be paid back in full. I'm going to end the video here and ask you to hit that like and subscribe button, drop a comment below. I'll see you in the next one.